Pat, what'd you think of first Bo Nix running around the stadium high-fiving everybody, and talk about maybe some of the other celebrations that guys had after you clinched?
Yeah, Bo told me he was going to do a victory lap, like 2 minutes at the end of the game. So I think that's a great feeling knowing that we've reached this mark, and I think it embarks a new journey for the Broncos organization. I think the fans deserve it. Everybody around the whole organization deserves it, rightfully so, because everybody, like, we know from within the building the hard work we put in at the end of the day, and to clinch this opportunity to make the playoffs is something special for sure for this team.
Pat, can you just talk about you making the playoffs for the first time in your NFL career, and then also doing it with a shutout to wrap the season up?
Yeah, first off, man, it's a good feeling for sure, but I think knowing the moment and also being in the moment it's a good feeling because you understand what this organization has been through the past couple of years, the past 9 years, without reaching the playoffs and finally getting to the opportunity in this point. It means something special, rightfully so. But, you know, as a team as a whole, we all know we're not finished yet. The job's not done. We're looking to go into Buffalo and go into a great atmosphere that Buffalo has and get a win at the end of the day. And I think that's what this team mindset is heading towards, is Buffalo. I mean, obviously, it's great to reach the playoffs, but I feel like we got more. Our destiny means much more than just one playoff game for sure. So we're looking to go in a deep run.
Pat, Malcolm said in the locker room how he thought that joint practice you guys had with Green Bay in the summertime kind of like instilled belief in him that you guys can make the playoffs. What did you see during that joint practice kind of maybe gave you that same belief that you guys can be a playoff team this year?
Yeah, I think what was very compelling about that joint practice was just the tenacity that the team had, the energy, the vibrant energy that we had as a team, the enthusiasm. I think that speaks volumes because the Packers is a playoff team as well, as we could see. But going out there and competing, but also dominating as a team, that's when I knew what type of team we had. And I already know, minus the doubters, minus the naysayers, but the belief within this team and this organization, I already knew we was destined for this opportunity in this moment. And, you know, I'm just looking forward to the next week, you know, going out there in the playoff game in a tough atmosphere and, you know, playing our hearts out for sure.
You've talked a lot about what Bo has meant to this team, but just how did he change the ceiling of what you guys could accomplish this year, and does he continue to impress you even now, Week 18?
Yeah, he changed the ceiling a lot. You know, a lot of times when rookie QBs come in, the expectations are set low, but he's risen above all those expectations as a rookie. You know, him coming in with the right mindset, always staying composed, the right confidence and attitude. I already knew he was going to be successful coming in. And, you know, through adverse times, he would tell you through adverse situations, he always kept his confidence, his swagger, and that's when I knew that he was QB1 for the future for sure. So I'm very proud of Bo.
Over here to your right. So you guys beat Kansas City. You should have beaten them twice, actually. Last time you went to Buffalo, you pulled it off.
Yeah.
What elements do you need for that to happen again?
I think in order for that to happen again, obviously we got to be the most physical team. You know, going, you know, to away games, obviously the odds are not in your favor, obviously with the atmosphere. You know, Buffalo's a great team. We all know that. But, you know, we know going into this run that the road was going to be tough. But I think as a team and as a whole, we need to understand that playing our brand of football wins us games. And I think, granted, you know, the opportunity we have at stake, we shouldn't be able to go into the game and think like, oh, we need to do something different to be able to win this game. If we just play our game individually, everybody do their 111, I think we come out victorious.
Pat, I guess Riley joked in the locker room that he had told Garrett and Court it only took him 2 years to get to the playoffs. One more for you. But what's it mean for those guys that have been here so long, Garrett 8 years and Court 7, to finally make the postseason?
I mean, honestly, they deserve it between them two. You know, I've seen in the locker room the times where we've fallen short, the frustration, being able to get it right. But now we finally here, embracing this mark, this opportunity, man. I'm proud for those guys because they've been Broncos for a long time, and they haven't reached that moment or that point. But now seeing them being able to be successful in reaching this mark, it's a great opportunity for them. I'm very stoked for them, and I think it gives credit towards, their loyalty towards the organization, knowing things gonna get right, knowing things gonna follow through. And before the season, we even said, man, this is the year where we reach that opportunity, where we reach that mark to reach the playoffs. And without those guys in the locker room with their belief and their leadership, man, ain't no telling where this team may be because their leadership has been very great for this team and very deserving for sure.
Hey, Pat, can you tell me what it's like to play behind a pass rush that produced an NFL high 62 sacks and sort of how you guys have worked hand in hand with your secondary and the.
You said 62? Man, that explains it all right there. 62 sacks, that's unheard of. I think credit to those guys, man. They just get it. They get after the quarterback. It makes my job easier. It makes our job in the back end much easier, knowing that the guys that you have up front generates pressures, creates sacks, creates turnovers, man. It just gives us confidence as a defense and as a whole. And I'll say without that rush, without that pressure, man, defensively, that's where it all starts, with the guys going to work up front and providing pressure and making us be more aggressive and making us be a top-tier defense so far in the league. So credit to those guys for creating that mark, and I still know they got much more left in the tank for this playoff run. So I'm glad that they on my team for sure.